What's up, YouTube? Today you're in my kitchen. Welcome to Casa de Tommy. This is where I'll be at. This is where I've been for 3 years now, probably for another 6 months or so. I am in the process of moving to somewhere with much more space and much bigger, but this little apartment has been where I've made my nest since 2020. So I'm making a shake. I'm on a very specific plan right now as far as still fixing my gut, or as of the time of this video, 8 weeks into it, things are much better. I feel better than the last video you saw. Mental brain fog has kind of gone away for the most part. Digestion has improved greatly. Bloating, I have not been bloated in 2 months. Still have to keep it easy in the gym. I haven't been able to go all out, but I have been able to push it a little bit harder than the last time I talked to you guys. So the protocol is working. Everything is going as it should. I have a much better outlook than I did previously. I'm very committed to taking 2024 off and growing. So to do that, Mutant Iso Surge, Whey Ice Slip. I have 2 scoops every day. Triple chocolate's my favorite flavor. I do like vanilla, strawberry milkshake, I believe is another good one. But I'm a chocolate guy at heart. I always have preferred chocolate flavors for things. So this is an off day from training, so I have 2 scoops of this, and then I'll have 15 grams of macadamia nut oil. Something you could do if you wanted to sub out for the oil and you wanted to have a shake that didn't have carbs would be almond butter, natural peanut butter. You could just have the protein by itself, and then maybe have, an ounce of nuts, cashews, almonds, Brazilian nuts, walnuts. Those are all options if you were looking for a non-carb approach, or maybe you're following a keto approach. But I'm gonna whip this shake up, and then I'll show you another meal that I'm gonna have. This is a meal, straight to the face, don't dirty another cup. A couple other products I use from Mutant are creatine, also called Creacom. I guarantee my jug of creatine is bigger than yours. This is 1 kilogram of creatine. So we've got decades of research on creatine. Does it work? Decades of research say so. This is the first ever supplement I used was creatine back when I was 17 years old, so that was 15 years ago. This is good for naturals, enhanced, males, females, whatever your goal is, it can help you get there. I use 10 grams a day in my intra workout while I train. Branched chain amino acids. Honestly, I got this one just because I like watermelon flavor in the summer when it's hot as balls in Arizona. So I want to make a BCAA slushy with some ice. But I currently use a scoop of this in my intra workout. So branched chain amino acids are found in all your animal protein. I just supplement with them while I train. EAAs. So the product called Gear by Mutant. Best flavor in my opinion is the Blue Raz. The Rocket Pop's also good. All the flavors are good, it just depends on what you're particular to, but I'm a Blue Raz guy through and through. So again, this one goes in my intra workout, 1 scoop during training. I believe it helps with performance and hydration. Lastly, glutamine. This one's been very important during training, but largely in my gut health protocol. So I have 4 scoops every morning in a fasted state to start the day. I also have another 2 scoops, which is 10 grams while I train. It's going to help with recovery, repairing intestinal lining. I have felt that this has made a difference in some of the bloating I was dealing with pre getting my GI map and starting to fix my gut. Show you while I've got you is, so I've got my rice cooker here. This thing is never off. It's either cooking rice, or I'm cleaning the pot and making new rice, or it's on the keep warm feature. This runs 24/7. You can hear my dog whining in the background. And then, so I'm gonna have a meal. I'll do 6 ounces of chicken with 100 grams of rice, since it is an off day. The rice portions are less. And then I will have 15 grams of ghee butter with that. That's been a popular fat that I've been using since contest prep got over, and I actually really like it. It doesn't, usually anything with dairy or dairy derived will trigger me, but there's no issues there. So that's what meal 3 will look like. You saw that I just had, meal 2. I had meal 1 this morning. 6 meals in a day for me, every day, training day or non. So I'm gonna make this meal and I'll come back. Finished product: ghee butter, rice, chicken. I'm a bum and eat out of Rubbermaid Tupperware containers. I'm not actually a bum, this is just what I have been eating out of as a bodybuilder for going on 10 years, and it's just as easy for me. I think it's a matter of seeing a full Tupperware, and then it's a mental cue as the Tupperware gets more and more empty. That's how I push through and finish food that I don't want, because the reality of it, non-training day, training day, normal gut, broken gut. For me, I'm just not a guy who likes to eat a ton of food. I don't have a huge appetite, but I signed on to be a bodybuilder. I have to eat a lot of food to grow, and especially now for what my goal is to pack on a lot of tissue through the entire 2024 year to make an undeniable appearance on stage in 2025 from where I was this past year in 2023. The stage and results, my goals don't care about my lack of appetite. It comes down to discipline and ultimately how bad do you want it. And a lot of KJ and I's talks today while we're filming various stuff has been about how bad do you want the things you say you want. More and more and more, at 32, the last couple of years especially, I've noticed a lot of people talk about what they want or what they want to do or what they're gonna do. And I think now I've fallen into this place of I'll let anybody talk and tell me what they're gonna do, want to do, have aspirations to do. But ultimately in the back of my head, before I even say it, I'm always thinking, show me. Show me what you're gonna do. Show me what you're doing. Show me how you're gonna do it. Don't just tell me. Actions are what dictate our values in life. It's not our words, it's our actions. I can say I'm about being a bodybuilder, but if I don't get the meals down, then I'm not actually about it. So just something I wanted to touch on, but I did have a couple questions come up on a Q&A that I can touch on here. So as always, someone wants to know what my training split is. So again, training splits are very individual, nothing revolutionary, but we have push, pull, legs, off, push 2, which is my second push day, and a legs and back day. On the legs and back day is when I pull from the floor with stiff legs. So there you have it. I've ran a similar splits before. Obviously I was doing the size up project. Going into the gut health protocol, I had to kind of lower my volume and lower my intensity, so I dropped all intensifiers. Jake, Mr. Delara, is my training partner, who many of you have seen. He's also in contest prep now, so we got some programming from his coach, AJ Morris. I do not coach Jake, he's just my training partner. And we've been following that. So, I came up on DC and push-pull legs, so I'm very familiar with that approach. And I actually think, I do need more volume, I think, in different points of the year, but from an execution standpoint and a recovery standpoint, I think I do best with a push-pull legs approach and maybe not having as many intensifiers. Though I will say, having intensifiers, the drop sets, the partials, the holds, the supersets, the giant sets, stuff like that is fun for me. I do enjoy that. So, but it comes down to sometimes you have to do what you might not want to do in order to get to where you want to go. And I do believe the style of training I'm doing now, along with fixing my gut, is going to allow me to recover better, be more accurate as far as training like a bodybuilder and put on the tissue that I need to make a statement in 2025. So, you know, that was one question. And then another quick question that I'll answer is, as a coach, how do I know whether to increase PEDs or increase food? You know, this would probably be with an off-season client without the context, but you know, if I see a guy getting softer, and we've been at a baseline level of PEDs for a while, and his food's already pretty high, and he doesn't have a lot of hunger present, and maybe there's been some strength plateaus present as well as far as, you know, within training performance, that might be something that would cause me to increase PEDs. But almost always I'm looking to increase food if I can, because at the end of the day, you know, all the dudes I work with, for the most part, not one of them has enough size. They all need more size. So the only way to do that is to push the calories, push the food. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. You have to get fluffy, chubby. That's just how it works. There comes a time in your career when you've packed on enough muscle where even when you're pushing, you may be able to look leaner than other guys. I'm probably one of those guys, you know, who I look pretty lean year round compared to others. I don't get sloppy. But at the end of the day, I don't think people are pushing food as heavily as they need to. Compared to the stories I've heard from the guys I know and then other guys I listen to from back in the day, people were getting aggressive with how they push food. And I'm not talking garbage. We're not talking McDonald's and all that. That was part of it, but I think people were just pushing food and weren't complaining about it because everybody wanted to be bigger. Now there's a lot of different content that you can find and, you know, subscribe to that will lead you down a path to think you don't need to push the calories, or you can eat in a small surplus, and I just don't see it. The biggest guys that I've seen were also some of the biggest eaters outside of the few genetic anomalies. So, you know, take that for what it's worth or what it means to you. Listen to this, but you know, I hope to do more YouTube Q&As moving forward. Try to get like one a month. Be consistent with it through the new year. This is my first video of the new year, so take a quick second to thank everybody who's come along with us this far. I really do appreciate the community I've created on YouTube and the support I've gotten. I look forward to sharing, you know, all of the ups and downs of my process. I'm not going to hide anything. You know, the gut health protocol was a punch in the face that, you know, took my plans and said, make new plans. So, but improvise, adapt, overcome. I'm already stoked about my new, you know, direction. I'm glad I'm going to have a gut that's going to be working for me and not against me. I've got some big goals with my business this year, and we'll continue to show that stuff on here. So I'm going to eat this meal. For KJ behind the camera, I'm Tommy Stiles. Until next time, we're out of here.